Hi students, welcome to the lecture 3, series and test of convergence. Now we are going to see what is the series and tests of convergence. First one, we are going to see the definition of the series. Series also be classified as a finite and infinite series. So previous introduction part, we saw that series and sequence, then types of series and types of sequences. The types of sequences we come across. Then now we are going to see the types of series. The types of series is finite and infinite series. The series are separated by three kinds are one is a convergent series, another one is a divergent series, another one is a oscillatory sequence. So we saw that in the same way, sequences is also having three types. One is a convergent, another one is a divergent, then finally oscillatory. The same way, here we are going to see in the series also convergent series, divergent series and oscillatory series. So the series, here consider the following sequence. Series 1, then series 2. So this is a finite series. A finite number of terms is only having. Therefore, it is a finite series. This is infinite number of terms having. Therefore, this is a infinite series. For example, finite series, consider the here summation I is equal to 1 to 5. That is up to 5 values only we have 3i square. So we can write up to the I is equal to 5. So this is finite series. Then here consider the infinite series. Here the summation the I value takes from 1 to infinite. So therefore it is a infinite sequence. The series is the sum of the terms in a sequence. The summation notation is summation I is equal to 1 to n un. Finite series end after a certain number of terms. Then infinite series is one that continuously indefinitely. So non-stop. That is previously we saw in the sequence the same manner. So here the finite series it have a end up with certain number of terms. Then infinite series is non-stoply repeated. Next we are going to see the infinite series. The sum of the terms of a sequence is called a infinite series. That is an expression of the form u1 plus u2 plus etc. is called as infinite series and is denoted by summation n is equal to 1 to infinity un. In this case, un is called as the nth term of a series. So in here un will be considered as a nth term of a series. Here u1, u2, etc. un are the terms of the sequence. So previously we taken as s1, s2, etc. sn. Now we are going to see the application of a infinite series. The infinite series has application in engineering, physics, computer science, finance and mathematics. In engineering, they are used for analysis of current flow and sound waves. For in engineering field, they are using this infinite series as a current flow and sound waves. In a physics, infinite series can be used to find the time it takes a bouncing a ball to come to rest or the swing of a pendulum to stop. That is, consider the bouncing ball. If you pull the bouncing ball, it will oscillate there. So it will not stop. So that is called the infinite series. Then also swing of a pendulum. If you consider the pendulum, so pendulum is come to and fro. So therefore it is also not a stop. So therefore this is a example for the infinite series. In engineering field, they use for analyzing the current flow and sound waves. They will use the infinite series. Next, we are going to see the convergent, divergent and oscillatory series. Consider the infinite series summation un is equal to u1 plus u2 plus etc. plus un plus up to infinity and let the sum of first n terms be. The sum of the first n terms be written as Sn is equal to u1 plus u2 plus etc. plus un. If you take the limit n tends to infinity for the sum of the first n terms, you will get the finite value. Then the series is said to be convergent series. So previously we saw in the sequence. So in the sequences also, if you take the limit for that sequence, that is called if you get the finite value, then the sequence is convergent sequence. So similar manner, so here they are defining the series also. If you get the finite limit for the sum of the first n terms of the series, you will get the convergent sequence. Limit n tends to infinity, Sn is equal to, if you get either the plus infinity or the minus infinity, then the sum of the first n terms of the series is said to be divergent series. Next, oscillatory sequence, oscillatory series, limit n tends to infinity, Sn is equal to not unique limit, then summation un is said to be oscillatory series. Next, we are going to see the necessary condition for convergence. If a positive term series summation un is convergent, then limit n tends to infinity un is equal to 0. The converse of this result is not true. That is, negative term series summation is convergent, then limit n tends to n is not it won't come 0 or some other value. So therefore in this case they will say that the converse of this result is not true. Next, hence limit n tends to infinity un is equal to 0 is a necessary but not sufficient condition for convergence of summation un. Note, if limit n tends to infinity un not equal to 0, then the series must be a divergent. That is, if you take the limit n tends to infinity, this un value is not equal to 0, then the series it must be a divergent sequence. Next, we are going to see the important results of the series. So first one, 1 plus x the whole power n. This is a general result. 1 plus x the whole power n is equal to 1 plus nx by 1 factorial plus n into n minus 1 by 2 factorial into x square plus etc. Next one, if you take the limit n tends to infinity, 1 plus 1 by n the whole power n is equal to a. If you use this, if you get the term like this, then if you apply the limit n tends to infinity for this term, you can write the value as e. Then another one, the same previous of the same one, just replacing n by n plus 1 in the power, you will get that result is also same e value. Then instead of 1, they are replaced as k by n the whole power n. You will get the answer as e power k. Then if you replace inside the bracket 1 plus 1 by n plus 1 the whole power n, the same also will get the e. If either if replaced by power n plus 1 or if you replace by the denominator n plus 1, you will get the answer is e. Next, we are going to see the test of convergent. So what are the tests we have? P-test having, comparison test having, integral test having, D'Albert's ratio test having, Leibniz rule having, then absolute convergence, then conditional convergence. These are the tests we are going to use to test the given series is convergent or divergent by using these tests. First test, we are going to see the p-test. So consider the series summation n is equal to 1 to infinity 1 by n power p. This series is converges if p is greater than 1. If p value, suppose if we have 1 by n square, if we having, that series is convergent sequence. That is, p value is greater than 1. Diverges if p less than or equal to 1. Suppose if we get the 1 by n is having, that is equal to 1 and also is not less than 1 but it is equal to 1. So in this case, that series is a divergent sequence. So these are the two conditions we are going to apply for finding the p-test. Next, we are going to see the problem. Test the convergence of the series 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 8 plus etc. up to infinity. So now we are first to find the nth term of a series. So we already see that formula, nth term of the series. So here the let summation un is equal to 1 plus 1 by 2. This is of the form 1 by 2 the whole square plus this is of the form 1 by 2 the whole cube plus etc. So compare the series with summation Vn. So summation Vn is also we are considering the same like this of Un. Therefore, summation Un is less than the summation Vn by comparison test. That is a, here we can take the nth term as 1 by n. So 1 by n, what I said, if n, that is 1 by n power n have. So if you have n by 1 power 1 by n power n. So n power n, if you give n value, n is equal to 1, you get the 1 by 2. N is equal to 2, 1 by 2 square. N is equal to 3, 1 by 8 you will get. So therefore, by comparison test, that is P is greater than 1. So greater than 1, the summation Vn is a convergent. Next we are going to see the another problem. Test the convergence of 1 by 1 into 3 plus 2 by 3 into 5 plus 3 by 5 into 7 plus etc. First we have to consider let Un is equal to. So consider the given series as Un, and in the for the nth term of the series is we can write the n numerator n, denominator here you should get the 1. So here replace n is equal to 1, 2 minus 1, 1 you will get. Then next term you must get the 3. So we can write 2n plus 1. If you substitute n is equal to 1, you will get the 3. So numerator we have a n is equal to 1, 1, n is equal to 2, 2, n is equal to 3, 3, n is equal to 4. Likewise you will get. The next let us consider Vn is equal to 1 by n. So here we doesn't have any power. So therefore we can consider Vn is equal to 1 by n. So here Un is greater than Vn. That is here the Un values get the n square will get. Here will get the n. So therefore Un value is greater than the Vn value. Therefore summation Vn is equal to summation 1 by n, which is divergent, since here the power of n is less than or equal to 1. That is n is the power of n is equal to 1. So equal to 1, this comes under the p less than or equal to 1 case. Therefore the summation Vn is divergent. If summation Vn is divergent, so summation Un is also divergent. Hence the given series is a divergent series. Thank you students. We will see in the next class.